My First True Love, Chapter 4. You what? Marissa yelled. I hid behind a pillow when I saw her face. I can explain. She stopped yelling and nodded, motioning me to continue. Okay. I know that it might sound weird, but I really like Jack. But how? I mean, we were just talking in the morning and you said you didn't like him. I know, but something happened. It's like love at first sight. But this is really not love, at least not yet. I'm confused, Marissa. What's going to happen now? She sat next to me, giving me a very serious look. Jane, what about Alexander? Don't you love him? At this point, I don't really know anymore. He left me, Marissa. I just can't wait for him forever. She looked sympathetic, giving me a small smile. Jane, I don't mind if you go out with him. Just don't forget to tell Wendy. She might get angry if you show up tomorrow kissing Jack or something. I laughed and nodded. Yeah. I know, we talked about my date with Jack after. She smiled when I told her that Jack and I kissed. But it's true about what I said to her. I have to forget Alexander. After all, he was the one that left me without saying anything. My first true love left me, and now that I have Jack, I wonder if I'll be able to have a good relationship with him. But what if Alexander comes back? Would I forgive him, or would I just move on and pretend that nothing happened? Well, that's why you have me here. We're going to make you beautiful, she said, smiling. She opened her bag, revealing lots of makeup. Come on. We don't have all day, she said, motioning me to come and sit on the bed. She started doing my hair, and then she applied makeup on me. Wow. You look beautiful now, she said, looking at me. I turned around to see myself in the mirror. I was shocked when I saw myself. I don't usually wear makeup, so it's hard for me to envision myself looking pretty. I look different, I whispered. Yup, you do. But you look much better now. Let's go eat breakfast, I nodded, looking at the mirror one last time. When we got to school, everyone was just staring at me. Some girls were even glaring at me. Marissa, why is everyone staring at me? I whispered. Jane. I heard someone calling my name. I turned around and saw Jack coming towards me with a huge smile plastered on his face. I smiled timidly at him. Hi, he said. Hi, Jack. I'm gonna go inside to look for Wendy. Take care of Jane. And congratulations, she said, waving at us. You told her? I turned to see Jack and nodded. I'm guessing she took that as a good thing. Yeah. But I still need to tell Wendy. He smiled and put an arm over my shoulder. We'll tell her together then, he said, guiding us inside. I stopped immediately. No. I'll tell her. Who knows how she is going to take it? Okay. I smiled and went inside the school. So I was wondering if you wanted to go see a movie tonight. It's the scary movie that I want to see. I smiled. He looked so cute when he talks. What movie is it? Paranormal Activity 2. Oh, that new scary movie. Yeah, so do you want to come? Of course, he looked relieved and smiled. Cool. I'll pick you up at 7. Sure, we then went to the English class, one of my favorite subjects. Class, we are going to do a report on any magical creature you can think of. This is the time for you guys to be creative. Now, any questions? A petty girl raised her hand. Yes, Amanda? Can we talk about anything? I mean, like vampires and fairies? She asked. I froze when she said vampire. It reminded me of Alexander. Hey, are you okay? Jack whispered. Yeah, I'm fine. I looked up and saw one of the football players raising his hand. Yes, Matt? Can we work with someone else in this project? He asked, eyeing his girlfriend that just giggled next to him. No. I want you guys to write your own report, Miss Watson said. Too bad. I wanted us to work together, Jack said. I laughed and shook my head. I remained silent during the class. Once in a while, Jack would do something cheesy to make me smile, but I kept telling myself that it was time to move on. It was the only way to survive. When the class ended, we went to history, then math. Class, settle down, please. Today we are going to have a quiz, so put everything aside except for a pencil, he said while passing down the quizzes. After I finished taking the quiz, I looked up at Jack and saw him struggling. Jack, Do you need help? I whispered very low so that he was the only one to hear me. No, it's fine. I nodded and put my head down for a while. The bell rang and everyone got out of the room. Let's go to lunch, Jack said, grabbing my hand. Jane. I turned around and saw Wendy and Marissa having lunch in one of the tables. Jack, I need to talk to Wendy for a minute. Can you go and sit next to Marissa for a while? Sure, he said. Wendy, can I talk to you for a minute? She nodded. We went outside the cafeteria. Wendy, there is something that I need to tell you. What is it? I'm going out with Jack. UWHAD? She screamed. Wendy, please calm down. How can I calm down? You said you didn't like him. I know. But something happened and now I do. It's hard to explain. Jane, I thought we were friends. We are. Not anymore. She turned around and walked towards the bathroom. Wendy. I felt devastated. She was a nice girl and I feel like if I betray her. Jane. I turned around and Jack was running towards me. Jane, we heard Wendy screamed. Are you both okay? No, I sobbed. He had a sad expressing on his face. Everything is going to be okay, Jane, he said, hugging me. I hope so. Come on. The bell is going to ring at any moment. We have to go to class. I nodded and we headed down to art. After school ended, Jack took me home. Are you sure you still want to go to the movies tonight? We can go another time? No. It's fine. Pick me up at 7, I said. He nodded and smiled. I opened the door and got out, walking towards my home. I turned around and he was already driving away. To be continued.